Previously on Big Brother postseason.
And come to midway.
You're so hot, McFarvick says.
To me?
Yeah, to you. Aww. It's your life. You're so hot.
What do you have to say about that?
I have to say I agree.
Oh, man.
He's so hot.
Aww.
I heard you talked about the fucking wall yeller already.
Dude, well, I feel like they should give us a little prep talk before we go into the real world, saying, hey, here's what you don't talk about.
Yeah.
Because I had a conversation 100 days ago about what not to talk about. I forget. So then I'm out. I feel like I don't even want to talk about this. I feel like we're gonna get friggin'. That's literally like talking about the Illuminati. I feel like we cannot talk about that.
I know. I was dodging it the whole time, and then in one of my interviews, they're like, "Turner already told us."
But like, we never got like a little re-up. Hey, don't talk about this, which would have been nice.
Dude, that was fucking ridiculous. Now I told you, and I said when they were doing all that stuff, when they would like take all the precautionary measures, and you guys would get pissed, and you guys were getting so agitated. You're like, why the fuck are they doing all this like stuff like? The tarp, the heat, the music, whatever. And I was like, guys, I don't think this is like a punishment. I think something bigger is happening. And they were...
Look, listen, the lesson is don't try any outside interference because it will fuck over the person you're trying to save.
Yeah, it honestly
Like, it will do the opposite of what you want it to do.
Yeah, because you guys were so...
I literally thought they were saying, save Kyle.
Huh?
Do you pray?
Welcome to the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. Welcome to the BB Breakdown with Joleen. That's me. Now let's get into some hot, messy topics from postseason BB24. Click that like, comment, and subscribe. This season of Big Brother truly is expect the unexpected, okay? Because Big Brother was still trending on social media. Also, Turner and Joseph are They're not, but they should be. All right, let's get into it. If you don't like funny, fun, and you don't like people who are really opinionated, you're not going to like me. And if you don't like Joseph Sabs, you're probably not going to like me either. All right? So just some updates on what's going on with BB24. It looks like Joseph signed to the same modeling agency as Taylor. Taylor's karma is real, everybody. And also, Jasmine is one of the house guests who has come forward and apologized and said she's changing. So, okay. They're getting along. That's great. There are some people out there, Terrence and Daniel Tiger, ride on home, you are boring, who are trying to stay relevant. But when you're never relevant, you can't stay relevant. So what's the point? And talk about, Taylor and her win and talk negatively about that. And we just keep it moving and ignore them. As for Taylor, she did fall into a little bit of drama postseason with the whole spaces on Twitter, which I've joined spaces on Twitter. I love that people are doing spaces, but sometimes I do admit, just like BB YouTube, BB TikTok, BB Twitter, BB spaces can get messy, and it did. I think it was revolving around interviews Tiffany did, but I think people have to remember, again, these are all my opinions, that Tiffany, she podcasts on Derek and Cody's channel. Okay, Derek and Chody's channel. So it's going to be a different Tiffany than maybe you were expecting. And they have a certain brand there. It's not my favorite brand, but that's what they do over there. But some people were unhappy with the way that Tiffany interviewed Joseph postseason and how she left Monty off the hook. And some people thought it was because Tiffany had a crush on Monty. And so she, and I just can't keep up with all of that. Some of it is interesting, and other parts I'm just like, Tiffany's going to do what Tiffany wants to do because she's a grown woman, and everyone on Twitter and Twitter Spaces is going to have, their own opinions about it because they're mostly grown people, I believe. So we'll just leave it at that. But I do think a lot of the BB24 house guests were jumping into these spaces and having a good old time. Like Turner was like, hey, who wants to talk to me? And then they were like, yeah, Turner, we want to talk to you about different words and language you're using, and we kind of think you're culturally appropriating. And Turner's like, whoa, that's not bussin', that's mega disgusting. So he got called out a little bit for that, and then he dropped. And so I don't really think they're going to be joining any spaces anytime soon. As you guys know, I stalk the former house guest, so you don't have to. And Kyle thinks he's funny. He's going to dress up like the pool float, and he bought his own pool float that he was having the 3-second sex with, the butterfly one, for himself at his house. Okay, and he's like, ask me a question, and everyone's like, do you last longer than 3 seconds? Like, he's just setting himself up for this constant 3-second joke. Now, Kyle and Alyssa have kept their distance, but recently they have reunited, and it feels so good for 3 seconds. No one's gonna stop talking about 3 seconds. But I would like an update. Is it longer? How long did it last? Is Kyle's mom okay with it? Was she there? And Kyle was flying like, where am I going to? I don't know. Dick rehab or seeing Alyssa. There's 2 places you could go. Dick rehab or seeing Alyssa. He went to see Alyssa, and then they did that ticky-tacky like, I'm the boogeyman. Ooga booga. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? You know, obviously, I'm very cool on TikTok. You guys should definitely follow me there. And he's like, here I am, I'm in Florida, and I'm gonna get laid. So they kept their distance, but just like I called it, they're reunited. They went and went on a boat, I think. They ate a lot of mayonnaise. I'm not really sure exactly, but they were in St. Augustine, and they ran into a lot of white fans, so they had a great time, and they're looking to do another trip in the future. If you guys are KYLYSSA stans, if you follow them, they are looking to go to Hawaii next, because we hear Hawaii is good for erectile dysfunction or erectile dysfunction. And here is Alyssa looking a little sister wifey, a little cottage core, if you will. Meanwhile, JAYLOR has reunited after being away from each other only for 1 week. They were back in LA, and Taylor surprised Joseph, who was staying with Indy. They embraced in the middle of the store. They went back to staying at Todrick's house, and JAYLOR fans are eating it up as they look adorable, heading around LA, most likely at the Grove or somewhere like that. And then it was off to travel. So Taylor, Joseph, and Turner headed to Canada to do a nightclub appearance of the Late Night Crew. Yes, it was supposed to be Monty and Joseph, but redacted, as they refer to Monty on Twitter, didn't go. And the promo documents were quickly changed for these 3, which I think is kind of a fun little throuple to be in Canada with. And while they were in Canada, they could not stop talking game. These 3 are Big Brother nerds. So as much as people want to drag them for relevance or to get clicks and views, these 3 love talking about the game of Big Brother, and I do enjoy the banter back and forth between the 3 of them. Let's take a look at what they were saying.
Someone record this, so we're obviously talking game crap right now.
Sorting things out.
Yeah, it's me, Taylor, and Turner.
Watch your stuff.
And there is a question about, because I have Turner and Taylor here, and there's a question about if the leftovers made it to the final 7.
Who would you have been loyal to?
Who would I have been loyal to? And here's my answer to that. Right. So, this fucker obviously betrays me and screws me completely. I'm getting really close with Taylor. So, under the show that we played and everything that's going that happened, no. Like, what the fuck? Fuck the pound. That was not happening. But obviously, in one of my interviews, if I don't get close to Taylor,
which we all know what's happening anyway,
which was already happening, if I don't get close to Taylor, when people ask me if the leftovers made it to the final 7, the only way I would have stayed close to the pound is if I don't get close to Taylor.
Okay, so question, we're already close. You go to Direfest.
Yes, I go to Direfest.
Let's say you come back inside.
And I come back inside after what? What? What kind of question is that? What do you think I'm gonna do?
Well, okay, let's say you come back inside. You and I are close as we are.
Yes, and what? You think I'm gonna work with him after that? You think I was gonna work with him?
Okay, hypothetical. Everything goes well at Direfest.
Everything goes well?
According to plan, which was to send Alyssa home.
Yes, and then they stick to that.
Right.
Yeah, he did try.
He did try initially, and then you found out you got fucked. So,
because at that point, even because of the discrepancies we had on your HOH, I made my final 3 in my head was me, you, Monty. Ooh. So that's not the pound.
Turner his final 3.
Dude, because
you didn't hit anything to anyone.
See, I had a feeling that was happening. So ever since your HOH,
yes,
you, Monty became my final 3 in my head.
Okay.
Because I knew you were.
Okay. So. Things happen, you go outside, evict Alyssa. You guys outside at Direfest. Come back inside. You and I are close as we were.
Yes.
Who are you loyal to?
Between him and Kyle now, even though they...
all the leftovers. Ooh, we did it.
No, you.
Jasmine's gone, Alyssa's gone. Ooh,
my final 3, which is why... Like,
why was I not in any of these final 3?
Dude, because you were working with Kyle.
You didn't make a final 2 with him.
You didn't make a final 4 with you. What? Yeah, but you had a final 2 with Kyle, so that's already invalidated. So I'm going to boot you and Kyle and replace it with her.
I don't get it.
Okay, well, I hope that answers all your pressing, burning questions. Goodbye.
And then 2 iconic queens met up when Taylor met up with BB Can 10's Betty. Yes, Betty. Love Betty.
So come
Betty,
pull
the
up-
whole chat's like, Betty!
Yeah.
Betty, BB can.
Let's go.
So if you're in Edmonton, come to Midway.
Then they attended the late night crew event at the bar. And as you can see, they were holding court behind the mic. They had a lot of people out in support of them. And Turner took every opportunity to show us how he gets down. Yes. Oh, goodness. This is what Megan Belmonte gets in the full-size bed I assume he has. Yeah, get it. And they danced and danced, and Turner might have even been drinking and getting turned up. And we know he's not that big of a drinker, according to him. Joseph and Taylor gave the JAYLORs a lot to talk about, with many fun videos and pictures of the two of them looking sexy and sexily looking at each other. But what I liked most about this trip is the game talk and the behind-the-scenes Big Brother talk that happened in the hotel room.
Y'all never speak to again from the couch. And we can't say the one that's obvious.
The first one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no. Who's more down bad? He is.
Me?
Oh my.
This man just said he would take me to Final 2 knowing good goddamn well I wouldn't.
That's pretty
Versus
fair, but do
entire
you
game
remember
form.
what I was singing yesterday? And you were like, when I got in the Uber, and you were like,
Stop looking at me.
I was singing that.
What were you singing?
Remember when
What
we
was the song?
left the mall and I got in the Uber and I was
No, I know. Oh, yeah. No.
yeah, and you were like,
Say it, say it,
yeah.
Say it, say it,
I won't
say it.
even expose you. I'll leave it.
No,
Let them-
go ahead,
That's
expose
another
me.
video you guys can start begging for again.
Oh, my God. How you doing, Turner?
Dude, I spaced out from that.
No, you
I was like,
did.
this doesn't involve me.
Okay, what does involve you is, again, I don't...
Taylor, it's okay to be a little bit modest. Yeah, it totally is. That's just not my style.
Have you seen her play spades?
The boogeyman, hooga booga. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Did the late night crew, Taylor, Turner, and Joseph, do a better job with their boogeyman TikTok, or did KYLYSSA do a better job? Let me know. I think I know what most of your answers will be, but surprise me.
do that, so let it... It's only been, like, what, a month?
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, no, do that. You literally broke Big Brother history twice. So, like,
Yeah.
no, live it up. I don't care. It
We're
doesn't
having
bother-
fun.
Doesn't
Did
bother
you
me
get global
that she
entry?
clowns.
He got global entry. He just needs to have his appointment. And because of COVID,
Yeah, guys,
they
please.
are booking the appointments on his behalf. So like, he has to wait for the call. He can't just book it on his own.
Yeah, I've been trying to get that global entry thing because now that we're traveling so much, like, I'm just... Every time we pull up to the line,
Y'all are funny. Y'all gonna stop trying to control Taylor. That's damn right.
yeah.
Yes, late night poutine is a thing. Also, you have to go to Tim Hortons. Oh, so I'm from Michigan. We have Tim Hortons all over the place. I go all the time. Brittany! Oh, she's talking about them.
Oh, Brittany, thank you.
Face.
Brittany, thank you so much for your cute text. I hope you got my message
Voice
back.
message.
When else, like, dude, like, for example, like, your first HOH, like, was a lot, like, when I see back...
Say it. You're
Her,
about to
her
say
speech, like, with Amira, like, all that is,
You
like...
didn't really tell me much to do about that. I always see that's your speech, but you didn't tell me much to do about that speech.
No, when we were talking, remember, you're like, dude, I don't know what to say, blah, blah, and I'm like, dude, I literally saw the video.
I remember you going, you
this
could
is
make a
good.
stand about this.
Yes,
And then I went, but then still, I could have not. I don't think anyone,
no, that's
I think
what I always say.
99%
He does say
leftovers
that, he does
would
say
have left that part out. And I still, because I feel like that part, which was good, because then obviously, like, I remember Terrence saying this. He was like, yeah, then that was the first time people were going up to Turner with him in power, because they're like, oh, did I do this? Did I do this? And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. But I think most other people would have just left that part out of the speech. I think I still went on my own.
Yes,
making
and
that. I don't
I
think
give
anyone
him
else would have.
no, and that's why I've literally said this multiple times. I give Turner full-blown credit for the fact that he stood there, he didn't leave that part out, and he made that stance. And I'm not gonna sit here and say like, oh, I like went and wrote the whole thing for you and handed it.
I remember
to
you saying
I think it was
this
more
is
like
an
a
option to
yeah,
to
it's like a
talk about the
collaborative
bullying
thing that we're going back and
so I was
forth.
like, yeah, that is facts. And then I used my own words, but you definitely said like this could be a good
Yeah,
time
no, it was
for
like-
this.
yeah,
And
it's
I was like,
definitely-
oh, you're right. Let's.
Oh, and
Yeah,
the way that
this
people
direction.
tripped over themselves afterwards. I'm not the bully, am I?
And then-
You were nice to me in the house and knew what you were talking about.
The answer for most of them was like yes.
Yeah.
Obviously, some people like I think I probably. I mean, I don't know.
Because
like
I remember you talking to me being like, dude, how do I like, what should I say about why I'm not sending Taylor home? And I was like, dude, just be honest. Be like, enough is enough. And like, you were like, no, yeah, big facts. Like, just draw the line. And then you said it and you did that. Yeah. So props to Turner on that one.
What's going on with Turner? Wait a minute, Big D. You trying to get into his DMs?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I know you're Joe Frazier's son, but I will whoop your ass.
Oh my
I fight.
God.
I can fight. Okay.
Taylor
Anyway.
Frazier.
Taylor Frazier.
Dude.
Anyway, go flirt with your man.
I had to make
Why did we never make a
I don't know.
That
Yeah.
didn't get entered on
We really didn't.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
because honestly,
Because we were dicking around.
all the time. But I felt like, and this is why I liked you guys so much until you told me that I'm like your older sister, that I'm just there. Anyway. Well, you want to be that.
That was a crazy thing to say.
All right, so
not like my older sister, of
A
course.
older sister.
Just a older sister.
No, okay, so I asked Turner, it was just the three of us, me, Monty, and Turner, the night before finale, and I said, Turner, why did we never get close? Like, I spent the most time with you in this house.
He doesn't get close with anyone. I thought he was my boy.
Listen, dude, I don't know what I was doing, honestly.
So I was like, why did we never get closer? And he goes, you're like my older sister. You're just there. You're just older and you're just there. And I was like, oh, okay.
That is a good question. I don't know why us three never locked in.
Here's what it felt like for me. I felt like we had the leftovers. Y'all had the pound, but we had the leftovers, and that was the game.
Yo, you had salad dressing.
Salad dressing?
What?
Oh, no. We don't
Ugly
speak that
salad?
name. No.
What is it? You guys know about it.
Don't worry about it.
Salad?
No, we did not.
Yes, she did.
No, we did
that
not.
was her, Michael, and Brittany was salad dressing or ugly salad
No, it
or
wasn't.
something.
No, it was the smelly salad.
Oh, the smelly salad.
But out of all their game talks they had, the most interesting was definitely when they started spilling some secrets behind Direfest. The time on the feeds that we weren't able to see, the thing that's not supposed to be spoken. Do not speak of Direfest and the wall yeller.
Yeah, because you guys were so...
I literally thought they were saying, save Kyle.
Huh?
I thought that was the whole message. Not that I gave a fuck what anyone was saying outside the house because it was our asses on the line.
Yeah.
But like
I didn't hear shit.
You hear like 5% of what's going on.
I thought it was production, so I tuned it out. I was like, oh, here they fucking go.
No, yeah, I thought it would have been like Jessica or something talking, and then I heard someone's name, and then I hear lockdown, so I'm like, oh well.
Yeah, what's funny is, but yeah, I remember because I think some people.
Oh, listen. Also, I see save Kyle. Listen, I don't know what the fuck is going on weeks ago at this point. I just know I'm backyard with a bunch of people, and I hear one person's name. I can only assume. I don't know any of the background context behind what's going on in this game with all the shady shit. So I'm just like, okay, I hear one person's name. I can either choose that they want or don't want this person. I don't fucking know how we're being shown on TV. So
yeah, dude. Because and I remember you guys thought all the precautionary measures, like the music, the tarp, like making it hot with the tarp and turning it into like an oven, the no sleep, the blinding lights to keep track of what's going on, it was making you guys so fucking mad. Like, you guys were so agitated. Like, that's what I hated talking game.
That also definitely didn't help with like me being like,
oh my god, you were so agitated that week because of like how we were living. Like, I could not. That's why I did not care to talk to any of them. The second I could feel it, the second I would come to any of you, you guys were just not having it. Like,
it's like someone puts you in like a hot car in a Walmart parking lot and says live here for a week, and then you're supposed to have meaningful conversations.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it was. Like, that felt like a hot car. And
it's like in comps is awful, and we're there for 30 minutes.
Oh, it's terrible.
And so then we were there for a week.
Oh yeah, we were living like it was so bad. I would wake up drenched in sweat. I felt it. Like, you guys were just not in the mood. Like, everyone was in a bad mood and would just stay to themselves. And I think people were debating whether these were punishments via being Dyre Festival goers.
Because we could hear it inside of Big Rochella. We thought they were punishments for you guys. Like, we thought it was part of Dyre.
No, I knew. I had a huge feeling it wasn't punishments because the way you guys were complaining about it, like, and they were just not responding. I was like, there's no shot that they're doing this like for game purposes because this is like really pissing them off. But yeah, dude. Other questions?
Also, I feel like it would have been nice if I heard this when I was a fan of the show. It's like, it's a lot harder than it looks. Like, not everyone, I feel like a lot of people think, oh, I'd go into that game and I'd be so good at it. It's like not an easy, Big Brother's not an easy game to play.
It's definitely not.
Your judgment is clouded by 1,000 different things and not knowing what's going on in different rooms and not knowing the context behind anything that's happening and second guessing all your decisions and everyone else close to you. So it's like, I know everyone thinks they would be able to win this game with their hands behind their back, but it is not like that. Just figured I'd say that.
So I would, I would talk to the camera, and basically, like every night, I would like almost give a full update to my family because I realized they would not see me for the next month because the jury footage is so short. So I would talk to the camera and you guys for like an hour almost, and like I can't believe none of you ever saw that. It was like almost every night. I would wait till they all went to bed, and that's the only time I ever spoke to the camera.
This is major Direfest vibes right now. We're at the Boat Harbor.
In other Big Brother news, some other previous Big Brother people got together for Kylan's birthday. Take a look.
Hey, dear Kylan.
Wait, is that who I think it is?
Holly Allen, 24, Wyoming.
That's right, Holly Beth from BB24 was with Indy and Kylan for his birthday, and Rohan from BB Canada, along with Chada, just celebrating the BB stars in the cities they're in, like to hang out with each other, and I stalked them, so you guys know they were hanging out. As you can see, Taylor met Xavier in Michigan, but JAYLOR was really the star in pictures. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you leave your comments in the description. Make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe. I'll be back very soon with more Big Brother news as we wait for BB Can, BB UK, and obviously BB US coming up in the summer of 2023. Bye, everybody.
That subscribe button, like it in there.
Smash that subscribe button.
Who is she? Who is she? Who is she? Where did you find her?